Hi everybody, how are you doing? Thank you for once again joining me for the demo drop on my gaming channel. Let me just put my phone in mute mode. How are you all doing? Are you all good? Hi Richie. Who else we got in here? Bunch. Katie Pops, Zerix in, Grazer J, Naughty Noodles. Bit tired, yep. Yeah, well, thanks for joining me. We'll get stuck straight in. And the very first track is J5 Dev, and this is The Beat Goes Bang. There we go. That is J5 Dev. Beat goes bang. Yeah, what a great tune to start off with. I really like this. I like a bit of donk. And I certainly like this tune. I think it's yeah, everything you need. I like the vocal. Everything you need in a bounce tune. Well balanced. Good energy to it. The Naughty Noodle says it's definitely a mover. Yep, I agree. 100%. Time for a little listen, says Richie. Yep. That's right. Yeah, I really liked it. It was it's something that, like, because it sounds slightly different to a lot of the bounce I play, but in a good way. It's kind of like, it's a mix between like what I call Birmingham bounce stuff and a little bit Spanishy as well, like the pokey sound, which I like about it. I think it's the donk itself that's the deciding factor on how that happens or how it sounds. Hi JLF. But I'm not sure. I think there's a few things. Like the Spanish bounce is very like noticeable because it has a lot of like reverse donks in it and like scratchy, pitchy kind of sounds in it. But I like that it's got those kind of influences to it, which is why I am finding it kind of different sounding in a good way to some of the usual bounce that I either buy or get sent. So yeah, I really like that tune. I like the simplicity of it as well. So Lizzie, and no, this is not a new channel. It's been here for a while, but this is where we're doing the demo drop at the moment because I'm going for a partner on Twitch, on the Path for Partner thing on my main channel. So for now, demo drop is over here. So I've not done it yet. We've not done it yet, but we will. We'll get there. I've got to keep the numbers up. So, you know, obviously when we do the demo drop, it's a very niche thing, you know, music production, even though it's a lot more popular in later years. More recently, it's not really for everyone. I think most of the people that watch my channel want to watch the DJ aspect of it. So yeah, I'm having it over here just for a slot. Hi, Official Calves, how you doing? So that we can all just continue to do the show, because I didn't want to stop doing the show just because I'm doing trying to get my partner status. I couldn't stop doing this show because I know how helpful it is for all of us. So yeah, so we're just doing it on here for now so we can continue doing it. So yeah, I really like that tune. Guys, make sure you go and follow J5 Dev as well. Thank you for sending that one in, mate. Next up is Lemonchill, and this is Symphonic Memories. Hi Carter, how you doing, mate? Wow, I really like that.
Wow.
Hang on, I can hear myself doubling up. Why?
Wow.
Why is
Hang on,
that?
I can hear myself doubling up. Why is that?
That should be muted.
That should be muted.
I can hear myself.
Muted.
I can hear myself. Hang
I
on.
can hear myself.
Oh, that just reminded me of, like, you know, like when your brother or sister just copies what you say. But that would have been an infinity one, that. Let's just try it again.
He won that.
Echo.
Let's just try it again. He won that.
Echo.
Let's just try it again. He won that. Echo. Let's just try it again.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, it doesn't take much. Okay, it's sorted now. It's weird because it was saying that it was muted, but it actually wasn't muted, but it is now. Okay, and perception, yeah. Oh, hello, DJ Biff. Thank you so much for all of the follows and stuff, gang. I've not got my alerts up in front of me at the moment. I did get over here, I made sure that we had the chat on so that when you guys watch this back on YouTube, you can see what everyone else was saying about your music if you're not watching it live. So yeah, I did get that sorted out. Thank you for coming over to my gaming channel for this. Oh, I'm not recording. However, I still get VODs on this channel, don't I? I'm just going to start recording from this point. But let me just have a look at my videos. Do I get... Hang on. Why do I do this every time? Videos. Edit videos. Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. That's fine. So I do still get VODs on this channel. Oh, I'm still going to record it from this point anyway. Hello. If this is the only version that you have got, this will be the version that's out on YouTube. Really, really sorry to the 2 people whose tracks I didn't play, but I don't think this is relevant because I'm pretty sure I've got the VODs. Yeah, I will, Richie. Every time I forget something. Every time. So I am recording now anyway, so we'll have the rest of it at least. But I do get VODs on this channel, so it's that's another good thing about this. So yes, yeah. So yeah, basically, action. Start again. Yeah. So Lemonchill, I absolutely love this tune. It could work on a game. This could be a really good music for, you know, just zoning out to, playing computer games too. This is the kind of stuff I like to have on, like in the background as a driving tune. I find it very mantra-y. So, you know, I can get lost in my own thoughts a lot with music like this on because it's constantly evolving. There's nothing to really snap you out of it. Out of your trains of thought, which I think is really important for you know, certain music, meditation music, all that kind of thing. Yeah, and I appreciated the way that it was making me feel. So yeah, thank you Lemonchill, and guys, make sure you go and follow Lemonchill over on SoundCloud. I'd love to have a go at making more ambient stuff like this as well. Find it very, very inspiring to listen to stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for sending it in, mate. Next up, we have got a remix of a track by JLF, who I know is in the chat right now, and it's called Reach for the Lasers, and this is the Lance remix. So I'm a big fan of JLF, and I'm a massive fan of Lance as well. So this is going to be pretty spectacular. Here we go.
For the lasers. Reach for the lasers. Reach for the lasers. Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck. Every club is different, but in the asylum, it's the manager. He has a string of homeboys dealing the pucketees to the party people in the club. He makes the most coin out of this enterprise. His homies will make just a couple of quid on each pucker. His homies are also scoping for other dealers on the block. When the homies have an illegitimate pucketee dealer in their website, they tell the bouncers. Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck. lasers. Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck. Reach for the lasers. Reach for the lasers. Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck. Every club is different, but in the asylum, it's the manager. He has a string of homeboys dealing the pucketees to the party people in the club. He makes the most coin out of this enterprise. His homies will make just a couple of quid on each pucker. His homies are also scoping for other dealers on the block. When the homies have an illegitimate pucketee dealer in their website, they tell the bouncers. Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck. Lasers. Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck. Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck. Safe as fuck. Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck. Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck. For the lasers. Reach for the lasers. For the lasers. Blazers.
Yeah, really solid hard houser. Love it. I love all the old school stabs in there. There's a lot of like one shots going off, you know, and getting all of those to like work together can be kind of a bit of a nightmare sometimes. So all of that works really well. I really liked it, and I found it really fun. It's very Lance. Like Lance has definitely got his own sound, as has JLF as well. So hearing someone put their own take on someone who's already got a really good sound themselves is always very interesting for me. And yeah, I'll definitely be playing this. And yeah, really, really strong. Yeah, it's very, very fun. Exactly. That's what I like about it. And I liked all the Hoover stabs in there. And yeah, really, really nice track. And I loved the kick as well. That kick was really punchy, really punched through. Everything sounded, again, really well balanced, as do like most of you who send stuff in. It's always very well balanced. Everything sounds amazing 90% of the time, which is, you know, most of the battle. So yeah, I really liked it. Hi, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Everyone say hello, Kelly. Hi, Dykes. Oh, isn't that funny? Kelly just got here and then Dykes just got here. Now, that's funny because Kelly's a lesbian. Yay. It is. It's like you must follow each other around. Sniffing each other out. Not like that. You know what I mean. You're like buses. We do love lesbians. Yes, we do. Right, next up, we have got Lance. Lance is next. Lance has got his own track that is also being played today. I wonder if he's joining us today or not. I don't know if he is. You can watch it back, I guess, anyway. I didn't give you... I'll give it. I'll do something if I can think of how to say it. I'll give you Lance's SoundCloud while we listen to this next track. This is an original track from him, and it's called "Eating Cats and Dogs." I don't understand why it's called that, but I'm sure he doesn't mean it. Where is it? I've not saved it in the right place. Why haven't I saved it in the right place? Oh, Amber. Okay. Let me go and find it. Talk amongst yourselves. Lance. There it is. Dropbox. Okay, let me just download it. There we go. Right. Let's minimize that. Okay, cool.
Let's rock.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. Springfield, they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. In Springfield, they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. Eating the cats and dogs. In Springfield, they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. Eating the cats and dogs. 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 In Springfield, they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets. Eating the cats and dogs.
House music is rock.
In Springfield, they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. Eating the cats and dogs.
There we go. Very informative and very entertaining hard house tune there from the awesome Lance. Again, very, very fun tune. As is with all sad life situations, the way to ascend the inability to control terrible things that happen in the world is music. And that's where we create alchemy. So, it's shocking that is true, if it is true, but like Paper Crane says. However, this is the way to ascend emotion around difficult or things that you can't control that are happening in the world. It's the best way to do it. So I love it. Some may call it distasteful. I think it's informative. In fact, if politicians rapped a bit more, did a bit of a freestyle, a few diss tracks, I might take a bit more notice. You know what I'm saying? It would be good though, wouldn't it? Like, okay, who can make the best song? Sing me your manifesto. Yeah, it'd be loads better, wouldn't it? That's what I think. So yeah, make sure you guys go and follow. Yeah, rap battles and the debates would be perfect, wouldn't it? Like Don't Flop. It would be brilliant. Especially like the way that the Americans do it, where they have each of them there and then they just literally slag each other off to their faces. Yeah, I'd love that. It'd be brilliant. Yeah, in Eminem being Mr. Speaker. Yes. We should make Ren president. I don't think that he needs to be president, although that would be absolutely amazing, Paper Crane. I do agree with you. I love the fact that Ren's so outspoken about his views on money and the corruption side of things, music industry and further. Massive Ren fan, as I know you are as well. He is amazing. He really is. But again, that's how he gets word out there. No one likes to listen to somebody talking at them. No one wants to listen to someone who's, even if it's something that they're really passionate about or could even in fact be true. We don't like to be told things, do we? The way into people's hearts is through stories, through metaphors, and those things can be told through music. Not necessarily all the time. It can be a play, it could be a book, it could be a poem, it could be a dance, and that even ascends the English language or whatever language, that can tell a story through movement. But those are the ways to really touch someone's heart and make an impact. If you really want to change the world, if you really want to tell them something truly important to you or warn them, then do it in a musical way. Otherwise, it's just an ego thing. I'm actually having a kind of heated discussion with somebody right now on my, not right now, but today, on my personal profile on Facebook. And it was something not really related to my post, to do with a metaphor of daylight robbery and where the saying daylight robbery comes from. And he's turned it into a whole, basically, it's not necessarily something that I don't 100% agree with what he's saying, but he's trying to tell me something and he's doing it in a condescending way. And when that happens, people shut down. So, again, going back to what I was saying, people don't want to be told anything because we don't. But if you really want to change, and you got to know what your intentions are. So this person on my personal profile right now, his intentions are not to help me be a better person or to help me in any way, shape or form, even though he's trying to act like it is. For him, it's a very much egocentric way of him knowing or thinking he knows information, and the rest of us are just sheeple and we don't know what he knows. And that for me is where I just switch off completely. However, if he'd approached it in a song or a story, something creative, then I'd go, do you know what? I've got time for that. I've got time for your art. You know, because I'll always have time for someone's art. But no, it's easier for someone just to go, actually, you're wrong, love, blah, 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 blah. And come at it from a very negative place. But like I say, that's because the intention isn't really to make a difference in the world and make it a better place. It's literally just to make him feel better, or any of us, because we can all do this. Actually, I believe blah, 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 blah. Because we feel important then. When we know who we are, when we know what our beliefs and our opinions are. And we all do it. But yeah, I think it's important to, if you have got a real message, just like Ren does, the Beatles, many, many, many other artists throughout the ages who've had a specific message, they've all expressed that through their music, through their art, and that's how you change the world. Yeah, that's how you do it, definitely. Otherwise, it's just another ego trap. But yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting. So yeah, thank you, Lance, for your song about eating cats and dogs, which is funny, but it also has those hidden depths to it. And this is what I love about this channel, is we talk about the philosophy of making music, and it can be that deep, and it should be, but it can be a fun song, but it can also have very, it can be multifaceted and have many, many layers to it. So yeah, I find that really, really interesting. Next up, we have got the Ruff Mate remix of Symmetrik, Caroline. There we go. That is Symmetrik, Caroline, the Ruff Mate remix. Mate, I love it. Absolutely love it. And welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining us on my gaming channel. Yeah, I think it's amazing. And what was that? That's my wife and dog on the cover of this. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I love it. I love it, mate. I think it's a really good effort, and it's got a lot of views. This or listens, over nearly 8,000, which is crazy. Honestly, that's amazing. It really is, guys. Make sure you go and follow the Ruff Mate, please, over on SoundCloud. Oh, I'm so proud of you. The ARP was a nice piece of it. Yep. The stems were really good to work with on that one. Yeah, I bet. I wonder if they're still available, because I'd love to have those stems just to make my own little remix of it. If anyone's got them or knows where I can get them, please send me a message on Facebook. Yeah, or I'll stop being lazy and have a look myself. But yeah, any help would be gratefully received. What a beautiful song. Yeah, thank you, mate. If you could, that'd be epic. Thank you. I really like the progression in it as well. I think it's quite a nice track to remix as well. It's not too difficult. There's not too many changes in it. And yeah, it's always helpful when you've got good stems to work from in the first instance. So yeah, thank you for sending it, mate. Grazer J is next, and this is Sirena. I think that's how I say it. Sirena. Yes, mate. So that was Grazer J and Sirena. I really like this. I think it sounds very solid. Very, very solid. It's definitely my favourite track that you've sent in. It sounds, again, very well balanced. Now, I think the next step with this track would be to add a little bit of variation. So that could be with another acid line, perhaps with a different pattern, because you got your offbeat one, your bomb, 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 bomb. You could even just do a little bit of automation on that, just to create a little bit of ear candy. Or add a second one with a different pattern. I think that would be pretty cool. You've got your dun 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 dun. You could introduce a second counter melody for that, or a harmonic of that to continue it on, but so that it doesn't get too samey. You could add maybe a little vocal loop texture, something like that. You don't want to have too much, because I'd say it's like 85%, 90% there anyway. But it definitely needed something. Definitely needed something else. So either, if it was me, I would either add a little bit of variation to what's already there, or I would add another 303, or perhaps another counter melody or something. But if you wanted to keep it less melodic, just go for another 303. That's always a great way to introduce some energy. So you can never have too much acid. Yeah, I was saying this. Well, didn't say it. I was saying it to myself the other day. That acid is kind of like one of those, because I use my TD3 when I'm DJing. And something I noticed was that you can have a pattern, an acid line in a track that's already there, and then play another one over the top, and it will still sound epic. So yeah, my main focus was to keep things simple. Maybe went too far with keeping it simple. No, I think you did the right thing, because what you did there was you limited what you were doing so that you did everything that's in there to the best of your ability. Because I think if you tried to put in too much, you wouldn't have given enough time to each of the elements. Everything that is in there is very well balanced. It sounds very well mixed down. And the sound design for everything works well with everything else. So yeah, I think that it was good that you did that. It's important that you can keep things simple. So next project or next studio session on this project, maybe try and just add a little bit extra, either with like a 303 counter melody, whatever it is that you want to try to inject a little bit of energy, keep the energy up in that second half. So there we go. Oh, there we go. InaPhect says it's a great tune, punchy. Certain elements remind me of DJ Ramos back in the day. The Ruff mate, thank you very much, darling. I'll whisper you. Can I whisper you? Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let me find you. Well, you know my email because it's on the screen. But I think JLF wanted it as well. If you can send it to him as well, that'd be epic. Thank you, mate. Yeah, just send him there, darling. I'll pick him up. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, really, really nice, Grazer J. Really, really proud of you. Really proud of you. So if anyone wants those parts, put your emails in the chat now. Yeah, well done, mate. Next up, we've got Arctic Barbers. Arctic Barbers. And this is Oceans Where Feet May Fail. Absolutely amazing. That is Arctic Barbers, Oceans, in brackets, where feet may fail. I love that vocal anyway, and I think you've done this song justice. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. And I've just been told that it's a free download. So get following on their socials. Go and grab yourselves a copy. Yeah, I love it. Beautiful track. Just make sure I put it in my promos area so I know to put it on my other laptop. So I'll definitely be playing this on my trancey streams. Can I just say a big hello to Malin and Podders? DJ Biff, you are very welcome. Thank you for sending it in. Yeah, thank you, Carter. It's just perfect. Perfect. You're doing a great job on it. That's what trance should be. It should hit you in the feels. It should hit you and you will feel no pain. But you might cry, but you'd be happy about it. You know, that's what you want. Stop it, Malin. You can't do that. You can't write scumbag and oh, I didn't mean you. I'm going to start doing that. Fucking twat. Oh, not you. wasn't talking to you. My kids do that all the time. Hi, Renee. Podder says, I am never touching absinthe again. What happened? Our debut track with Adam is out on Friday on In Trance We Trust. Good. Well done, guys. Keep up the amazing work. Keep up the amazing work. Yeah, Adam Ellis is great. He used to be one of my teachers, my mentors for music production. I learned so much off him. He's awesome and I love him so much. I really do. He's such a good teacher. What he doesn't know about music production ain't worth knowing. Yeah, he's fantastic. Okay, next up. InaPhect, and this is a track called InaPhect.
Feel the adrenaline rise. adrenaline rise.
we go. That is InaPhect. And InaPhect, yeah, I think this is a great little techno track. It all sounds very nicely well balanced. There's some very interesting sounds in there. I like the wars and the banana. I will say it was just getting a little bit samey. So it feels like it probably needs like something else injected into it. Again, having a 303, something like that would be really cool in there. Like a different one later on in that track, because it was beginning to sound like it was just looped. It was just the same sound coming back in and out again, and it needed, in my opinion, it just needed to evolve a little bit more. But there's a lot of really cool stuff in there, and again, really, really nicely done. I like the little vocal techno affected vocal in there. So perhaps you could do something with that, where you could like take out the formant in it, pitch it down for one time, make it like just change it on like the next time that vocal plays. You know, make something a little bit more different around that, or like I said, add another a 303 sound or something, or nothing at all. It's just my opinion. That's all it is. But I did just feel that it was becoming, it wasn't going anywhere after the second breakdown. But doesn't need to. It's still a good track. It's still a really good track. So thank you so much for sending it in. But yeah, it was really nice. It kind of kept me off balance a little bit, because the clap was on the 1 beat instead of on the 2 and the 4. So I kind of like was losing my placement on where I would like drop in the next track as a DJ. But I don't necessarily dislike that, because I think that techno should be a bit like that. It should be a little bit weird and doesn't need to be completely formulaic. So I kind of like that about it as well. So yeah, I really liked it. I think you've done a really good job there. And also what is really, really cool is InaPhect is a father and son duo where they're making music together, which is so cool. I love that so much for you two. I really do. I think that's just epic. Spending time creating music together, that's what it's all about. So it doesn't really matter what I think. At the end of the day, it's literally just about doing fun stuff in the studio and having fun with it. And that's literally all that matters. That's the most important thing about any of this. So great parenting there. Amazing. Thank you for sending it in. Yeah, exactly. Having quality time together. It's awesome. Next up, we have got Die Dan Die, and this is the Twilight Zone.
It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone. The signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone. You are about to enter another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land of imagination. Next stop, the Twilight Zone. You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone.
There we go. That is the Twilight Zone by Die Dan Die. I think this is a track that's got quite a bit of potential. I will say now that I think the bass isn't strong enough on this. The bass definitely needs to be either layered up or you need to bring it up in the mix a bit more. It's the only thing that's letting this track down, really, in my opinion, is we don't have enough bass information. It's very clicky and very trebly, but it definitely needs to be balanced. We need some more solidity by introducing more bass or bass layers in the in that bass line, because it's getting lost. And also the other thing I think that would really help is some more effects, some more like swooshes and stuff to really tie in the quieter parts and the breakdown of this track. Other than that, I really like the slowy down bits. I like the effect that was being used on the Twilight Zone vocal. I liked how you used that effect the second time round that we heard the vocal. So we had it a normal way to begin with at the beginning, and then you put like this wiggly oscillating kind of effect on the pitch shifting of the vocal on that second one, just to make it a little bit different, which is always good because we've heard the vocal before, so we're not going to be like paying as much attention. So by doing that, you've created a bit more interest, and that keeps the listener interested in the track. So I really like that about it. Yeah, really nice tune. Thank you for sending it in. So yeah, if you guys can go and follow Dan Die over on SoundCloud, make sure you support. Thanks, guys. And now we have got Naughty Noodles. So this is a D&B track, a remix of Trust by Silk Boss. Let me just put this the other way around. Naughty Noodles D&B remix. Here we go.
Me no know what I'ma do for make the boy them hate me. Me no know what I'ma do for make the boy them fear. So me have to pray to my God every day. Tell him clear the way, cause for me heart still I ache. Jaja protect my life, come down, know how feel trust. I'm don't know how feel love. I'm don't know how these feelings. Me no need it. I'm don't know how feel trust. I'm don't know how feel love. I'm don't know how these feelings. Me no need it. No really need it. Because the brother broke me out just like a tree leaf. And then you left me in the dark without a reason. Now I'm full with open scars when it's a healing. For everything there is a season. Mommy tell me about the friend them in the really know. Them only did that when you're up, not when you're really broke. And what you drink, the more you drink, cause them reprise to you and send a girl below you up. Then use a pill as tight up. Protect my life, I'm down, know how feel trust. I'm down, know how feel love. I'm down, know how these feelings. Me no need it. I'm down, know how feel trust. I'm down, know how feel love. I'm down, know how these feelings. Me no need it. When time I pray my life, nothing me go through, I make me feel paranoid. Couple things happen to me, I know a time for me rise, and time for me shine. So don't broke my vibes, me know on the life. On the back we fly, I have to make sacrifice. We achieving a life, just next two line. Ain't see it to my eyes, and I breathe for my heart. Jaja protect my life, I'm down, know how feel trust. I'm down, know how feel love. I'm don't know how these feelings. Me no need it. I'm don't know how feel trust. I'm don't know how feel love. I'm don't know how these feelings. Me no need it. No really need it. Because the brother broke me out just like a tree lip. And then you left me in the dark without a reason. Now I'm full with open scars when it's a healing. For everything there is a season. Mommy tell me about the friend them and I really know. Them only did that when you're up, not when you're really broke. And what you drink, the more you drink, cause them reprise to you and send a girl below you up. Then use a pill as tight up. Protect my life, I'm don't know how feel charged. I'm don't know how feel love. I'm don't know how this feeling. Me no need it. I'm don't know how feel charged. I'm don't know how feel love. I'm don't know how this feeling. Me no need it. Me no know what I'ma do for make the boy them hate me. Me no know what I'ma do for make the boy them fear. have to pray to my God every day.
There we go. That is Naughty Noodles, a remix of Trust by Silk Boss. Is this a real channel? Nope. No, it's not. So Naughty Noodles, I think this is a really good first effort when it comes to, I know you said this is your first D&B remix. I think that you've overcompressed the snare and the kick, which is really, it's your first track, and this is something that everyone goes through. So with that said, it's probably just because like everyone does this when we start compressing stuff, we're not really hearing what it's doing. You've taken all of the transient and the body out of the kick and the snare, so it's sounding very thin, and we need to like hold back on the compression a bit. I need it to sound, well, I don't need it to sound like anything, but if it was my track, I would need it to sound a bit thicker, more texture, and more dynamics to it. Because right now you've taken out a lot of the dynamics by over compressing. I like the piano sounds in there. You've got like this phaser effect. I'd say it probably needs a bit more bass information in it. So the phaser effect that you've got, I think it goes over the master. No worries, Ryan. Welcome, by the way. So the phaser, I guess it would be a bit weird, wouldn't it, if you just came in at a moment where no one's talking and like we're just like welcome anyway. The phaser effect that you put, I'm assuming that you put that over the master channel. I think that's probably, I think it sounded a little bit overkill. It sounded like you're on a DJ setup and you've just pressed the effect of the phaser over two tunes. I hope that's not what it is, because obviously, as you know, this is a show for people's music that they've made in a DAW, not mashups and stuff. But that phaser effect would be better, a little bit more laid back, maybe parallel, maybe just on the pianos, maybe just on a smaller section. I think having it over everything, it just sounded very like stuck on top of the sound. So yeah, I'd say probably like, you don't need to do anything, by the way. This is just my opinion, and as you've already put it out there and you're happy with it, it's a first D&B attempt, which I think for a first D&B attempt, you're killing it, mate. Honestly, it's great. Take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt. Take it into your next project if it resonates with you. If it doesn't, completely disregard anything that I'm saying. However, I did definitely feel that it was over-compressed. But yeah, for a first attempt, very, very, very proud of you. Very proud of you. Ryan says, I thought it was a fake video for 20 seconds. You thought someone was trying to copy me. Oh, imagine how bored you'd have to be to try and copy me. Even I can't copy me. Yeah, we're using my gaming channel at the moment to do my demo drop show. D&B is one of the hardest genres, Wilson, and welcome in, by the way. Yeah, D&B is very, very difficult. There's not a lot you can hide behind. It's not like techno or perhaps even hard house, where, you know, it's using a lot of loops and a lot of samples. There's a bit more to hide behind. It's a completely different story when you're dealing with D&B. But, you know, compression is just one of those things that with time you'll understand, you know, what you're doing when you're setting your attack and your release, what that's actually doing to the sound. Do you want to do it serial? Do you want to do it parallel? What the differences are? How that affects things? Are you going to use just one compressor to do both the attack and the release, or are you going to use two? You're going to let one deal with the attack and you're going to let the next one deal with the release. Why would you do that, and what's the difference in doing those things? And learning, experiencing what that's like is always really, really helpful. Me personally, I don't use a lot of compression at all. Like hardly anything, because you find these days a lot of your sounds that you get from sample packs, they're already compressed, they're already normalized, they're already loud, and adding more compression to them is kind of like killing harmonics. People sometimes put too much compression on bass, which can dull and flatten the sound as well. So, but it's all a learning curve. It's all a learning curve. You've got to get your ear in with this stuff as well, and it's a very mystical thing, compression. So, you just the more music that you make and you complete, and then leave it alone for a bit, give it time, go back to it and have another listen after making other tunes. You'll see your progression. You'll see how far you've come. So, no worries, carbs. Well, that's the end of our show anyway now. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.